Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in SmackDown Live.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. And available wherever fine podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it to make sure you always get your new Going In Raw notifications over there on the YouTube. If you're listening to us on an audio podcast, leave us a review, rating, or a comment. It really does help the show. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We have a variety of reward tiers over there, starting at $1. And believe me, $1 really does go a long way towards helping Going In Raw. We've got a couple of new patrons over the last 24 hours, and at $1 and up, you get a shout out right here on the show. I will read your name: Reuven P., Blake Jensen, Dimas Perez, Irvin Garcia Gomez, Vincent Forcell, and Kyle. Thank you so much for your support. All sorts of great rewards over there on the Patreon.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Quick reminder also. Friday,
yes,
9 a.m. Pacific,
yes,
noon Eastern. Larson,
Oh,
what do we got going on?
9 a.m.-ish.
Yeah.
Watch party. Monthly watch party. We're watching
Watch party.
Royal Rumble 92, arguably the best Rumble match there's ever been.
Yeah.
The rest of the card, I don't
You
remember.
going to spoil who wins it?
No.
No?
They can look that up.
They can
themselves
watch
if they want
it?
to, or watch it with us.
Okay.
It's a good Rumble. I've seen the Rumble. I don't know if I've
Sounds
seen the
good.
whole card, but I've seen the Rumble.
Yeah. There's one really like horribly long, kind of boring tag match on it.
Sounds familiar.
It's like a
Maybe have
20-minute
watched the whole
long
thing.
tag match, which is really boring. But the Rumble match itself is supposed to be really good.
It is really good.
So that should be a lot of fun. And then immediately following that, we're going to do a Going In Raw view.
Correct.
For the month. So that should be a lot of fun as well. So yeah.
You're talking about Beverly Brothers versus the Bushwhackers.
Sounds right. Yeah,
About
that sounds
15
right.
minutes. Oh, wait, no, there's a new foundation versus the
No, that was
Orient
okay.
Express, too.
That was okay because Owen was doing some cool stuff.
Oh, okay, so it was Beverly Brothers.
Yeah, that's the one.
Gotcha.
That's the one. So anyways.
Very well. Fun episode of SmackDown Live last night.
Dude, that Ray versus the newly dubbed Andrade.
Like, I understand shortening his name because three names is a lot. Lose one of the three. Andrade Almas, Cien Almas, Andrade Cien. Any of those combinations I'm totally cool with.
I do not care what you call the man. I honestly don't. As long as he puts on those types of matches every week for they gave that match so much
they gave a lot of
time.
2 commercial breaks.
There was 2 commercial breaks. Holy moly, they gave that match a lot of time. Crowd was super into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, how
That's
could you
a
not be? It was
killer
phenomenal.
match.
It was phenomenal.
Wasn't it just last week? You're like, give these guys 25 minutes. Well, they did that.
They did that.
They listened to you, man.
Yeah.
The McMahon shakeup. Do you think that's a result of the McMahon shakeup?
Well, I am the authority now.
You're the authority.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your turn at the wheel. Are you happy with the results?
Yeah, I can't complain.
Boy, that was a killer match. It's funny, though. For every good thing that the McMahon shakeup has brought, seemingly there's a crap thing, too. Case in point, yesterday on Raw, or 2 days ago on Raw, rather, we had that really bizarre, just out of nowhere, ridiculous Alexa Bliss dressing room thing, right? Case in point, this time on SmackDown, we have that Jimmy, the Uso, Mandy Rose thing.
Yeah, and we were supposed to have a Carmella Sonya Deville match. I would have liked to have seen that.
I will say this, though. Holy moly, that throwdown between Naomi and Mandy Rose, that was pretty brutal.
It was pretty brutal.
That was good stuff.
But we were talking about this beforehand. Maybe we should wait to discuss this during that segment, but I'm not going to. I feel like beyond the story aspects of it, which is not good.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like Jimmy could have handled this whole thing a lot better. There's a really simple solution,
Which we both thought was going to be the case.
Yeah, that would in no way incriminate himself.
Yeah.
He sends his brother.
Yeah.
He sends Jay
Yeah.
to the hotel room. Mandy thinks it's Jimmy, and then when he says, "Oh, my wife, huh?" and he leaves, he brings in Jimmy and Naomi, and then
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, I've been had. You sent Jay.
Yeah.
You tricked me.
You swerved me."
And then if Naomi wants to throw down with Mandy afterwards, that's cool.
She goes into it, yeah.
That would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah,
it would have turned the tables on Mandy
have
Rose.
Twins. You've used them in every situation. Why aren't you using him in the most obvious one? Oh, my goodness.
But even going back to that, he gets the box, has the rose, the note, and the hotel key. Like, why would he even fathom of going to the hotel room?
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, I know.
Period.
Well, the idea
To open the door so Naomi can come in and beat her
Yeah.
up. I get that.
to put an end to it. I get it, because at that
But it's
point,
not going to put an end to it.
it's
'Cause
just
here's the thing, because at no
well,
point...
that was the attempt.
I guess so. But, like, he goes up there and is like, we can't do this. I can't do this.
Yeah.
You can't do this. Instead of like, hey, cut it out.
Yeah.
He didn't really say
Cut it
that.
out. Yeah.
He didn't say, stop doing this.
Well, he knew Naomi was hot outside, and she was ready to maybe in his head he was looking for a way to turn this negative into a positive. You know, what is the term, ménage à trois?
Correct.
Yeah, that means 3 people having sex.
Yes, that's exactly what it
Maybe
means.
in his head he was like, man, I got this cameraman right here. By the way, that's the thing that bugs me most. That's the thing that bugs me most about WWE is, and this is a really silly thing. It's not even people being misused. It's, why would she have a photographer
In the bathroom.
when a cameraman is right
I
there
know.
videotaping
I know.
it?
I know.
It's not a movie.
None of this makes sense.
It's not a movie, man. This isn't being recorded through a security camera. There's obviously a cameraman. We are savvy enough as a generation, as an audience of entertainment consumers to understand there's a cameraman in there. Why do they have a photographer? So take that ridiculousness out of it.
I mean, that part was actually kind of funny.
And I'm thinking that,
The photographer bursts out of the bathroom, snaps a few
oh,
pictures.
it was hilarious.
And runs off.
No, yeah.
While Jimmy's just...
It was funny. Don't get me wrong. It was hilarious. But come on.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous. The whole thing needs to go away.
Oh, man.
But if you're going to do it right, twin magic in this instance.
Twin magic,
This is the perfect opportunity for some twin magic.
Or he just like grows out his mustache, gets rid of the rest, because if you're going to be an orgy guy, you got to have a mustache.
I guess so.
According to Seinfeld. Remember that one?
Yeah,
We
you
gotta
have
grow
the
a
walls
mustache.
draped in velvet.
Right, exactly. So he was probably sitting there, was like, man, if I was just a little savvier, I could have pulled this off. But I'm not, because half of my savvy went to my twin, because that's how twins work. I think half of what you get goes to your
Yeah,
twin.
if you're identical. Yeah, it's one embryo. Then yeah.
Right. So, anyways, my goodness, what are they doing over there? This is crazy stuff. I'm telling you, though, man, every good thing that the WWE does, which I'm fine with because we get a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, it has
and
to be
then-
balanced with something awful. Again, the Seinfeld thing. Wasn't that Jerry's thing? He was always even Steven with him.
Yeah.
Every time
yeah.
everything went good, something went bad.
Well, and then you got Heavy Machinery.
Yeah.
Oh man, and then these.
So they're ditching the
call-ups.
steaks and weights and just making them kind of weird.
Yeah, making them just oddballs.
Here, let's make an egg and tuna smoothie.
How is it Lacey Evans is the one who's like best prepared for main who's
I know.
being best prepared for main roster?
I know.
EC3
like
is-
EC3 is the second coming of the narcissist, apparently.
He's like a narcissist, but a mime.
Yeah.
Or like a mute. He's what is the name of a person who can't talk?
Mute.
A mute?
Yes.
Is that appropriate? Can we say that anymore? I honestly don't know. You know, are there mutes out there who are going to be like, "Hey, that's not an appropriate thing to say"?
I don't know.
I don't know because they can't say anything.
Well, they could type.
Is that like a big affliction? People who
I
can't
don't know.
speak?
I don't know.
You don't really hear about that very often.
Yeah. I don't know what the proper nomenclature is these days.
Voiceless.
Maybe.
But then I don't know.
I don't know.
Man. I don't know.
I don't know.
Somebody look it up for us.
Yes, please.
What do you call somebody who can't talk? Because I want to be appropriate. I want to
Yes.
I
Respectful and
want to
appropriate.
call them what they want to be called.
Exactly.
People should have that ability, Larson.
Agreed.
Call me what I want to be called.
What do you want to be called?
Unless it's ridiculous, like call me Emperor. Nobody's gonna call me Emperor. I haven't
well,
heard that.
not you specifically, no.
Anyways.
Anyway.
So yeah, let's talk some. Let's do some of these super chats.
Oh, yeah.
Or do we save those for the end? I always forget now.
We can do a couple.
Steve is undisputed. Says, "God, I hate name changes. Dude, we got a good match. We had a great match. We have if there was a build to this, this could be a match of the year contender right here. Definitely, it's going to be a SmackDown match of the year.
His name now is just Cien Almas or Andrade Almas.
Well, you know, Cien. You know what that means in
100.
Spanish. 100. Cien. Just call him Cien. It rolls off the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Andrade. But then what do I care? We got a great match.
Oh, it's a great match.
And it's easier to say.
It's all about packaging and character.
Remember when I used to stumble over that word or over that name all the time?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll agree. Andrade Cien Almas is too long.
Yeah.
It's too long.
It's like our old intros. Hey, again, we're the authority. McMahon said, going in Raw, they shorten their intros. We should shorten Andrade's name. To what? Andrade.
Like Neville, I was cool with that. Rusev, I was cool with that.
Yeah.
Even Cesaro.
You get used to it. It doesn't matter. You always get used to it. The one that I still haven't gotten used to, because I even hated the name Undisputed Era back in the day. The one that I haven't gotten used to, War Raiders.
Yeah, that's hard
I
to
hate
say.
that.
War Machine was such a good name.
War Machine. That's just what I call him, man.
Name.
War Machine.
I had a thought and I lost it. Oh, all the other ones, all the other ones were last names. They ditched the first name.
Yeah.
In this case, they kept the first name and ditched the nickname and the last name.
That's pretty bunk.
Before
we get going, we had a community poll go up, meaning I put up a community poll on our community tab over there on the YouTube. Put these up for every SmackDown and Raw. Overwhelmingly, once again, with 2.7 thousand votes, yay 63%. Oh, another patron too. Jer Pissot. Oh crap, I lost it. Jer just messed up my whole rhythm here. Yay, 63%, somewhere in between 12%. So 75% of people out there who watched it were really into it. Plan to watch later, 11%, and then didn't watch, don't plan to, 11%. Somewhere in between 12%. Nay, 3%. So people thought it was a quality show.
It was a quality show.
DG Photo Video. Hey, friendos, love the show. Just learned I'm losing my job at my local church.
Oh, no.
Is there room for me in the Church of Mecca Center? That's right. It was a successful TV tapings yesterday. Steve W. first episode is going to go live next Thursday, along with Fun Wrestling, which we're going to be doing the TV tapings for over there on the Itchtway Tuesday. So check that out.
A week from yesterday, 22nd.
We'll remind you guys.
Yes, Joe Juarez. How do you do, folks? What a weird show. Almost Mysterio was all the potatoes. Mandy Usos need to go away.
Or just get uber absurd with it.
Get creative.
Get super absurd with it. Anyways, let's get right into this. Becky shows up at the arena in a big old SUV.
Yeah, she rolled up in like the top gas guzzler available at Hertz rental car.
Yeah, pretty much. Daniel Bryan would not be happy with that. So she runs into Heavy Machinery and New Day.
No, first she runs into
Dasha. Yeah.
And gives an interview.
Yeah, a very short one. She says, that's what you wanted? Dasha says, I don't know, some generic question, and Becky sort of scolds her for asking such a generic question. Makes me just miss Mean Gene. All that Mean Gene stuff made me remember, man, they had cool interviewers back in the day who would like talk back and be part of the stories. Dasha's all... Well, how do you feel about being a wrestler?
Regardless who the interview is ask question, hold mic for response.
How do you feel about this? At least, I mean, the one guy they kind of let inject a little bit of personality.
Mike Rome. Yeah, but 90% of that was in the stuff they put on YouTube. Very rarely was that stuff on TV.
Yeah, but
and where is he now?
Yeah, I don't know, where is he now?
I don't know.
How do you feel about being a wrestler? And then she says, that's what you're going to ask me.
Yeah.
And then she walks away. So I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to talk about being a wrestler in the ring.
Yeah.
Starts to walk away, turns around, throws her keys at her as if she's a valet.
Yeah.
Dasha apparently was unprepared for that.
Yeah. And then camera pans, and there's the New Day with Heavy Machinery, and Heavy Machinery is making some sort of concoction. There's like a bag of tuna.
It's like an uber protein concoction.
And I guess there's eggs in it too.
Otis put like 3. He didn't crack them. He just dumped the eggs into a blender with a bunch of tuna. And then, I don't know, some other stuff.
Yeah, and then he blends it. Camera pans over. Becky comes in. He finishes.
He takes some.
Takes a little drink. Hands it to New Day. New Day's like, no.
He totally faked it, too.
Yeah.
He faked it. Because, he came back and his lips were pursed and there was just a little bit right here.
And I'm pretty sure they switched out the blender containers.
Oh, that could be.
For Becky, because they panned up.
Yeah, they did pan up.
I could be wrong.
I was wondering if there was somebody right there.
Or if she really is that much of a badass taking a swig of that stuff.
Yeah, I think that was real, man.
It could be.
I think that was real because it looked the same. It looked nasty.
It did look the same. I just know when they panned up and over, there's an opportunity to switch out the.
Yeah, they're not Michelle Gondry, dude. They're not doing that kind of stuff.
I don't know. So, anyways, Otis takes a little drink of his concoction, offers to New Day. The New Day goes,
yeah,
don't want any of that.
Yeah.
Becky walks in the frame, and Xavier Woods is instantly.
Oh. Yeah, he's got the man shirt on, yeah.
And then Otis offers to Becky. Becky takes a drink and kind of says, could be stronger.
Yeah, and here's the thing, man. You look at her face, you look at when she's down in it, I'm pretty sure the whole point of that was kind of it's real. Like,
yeah.
I don't think that was fakery right there. Yeah, it looked pretty nasty, and she even had kind of a half smile on her face when she was doing it, like, oh, God, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
So that was a cool bit. I love this next bit because it was all mise-en-scène. It was all like all in one take.
Yeah, yeah.
She walks past the camera. Camera walks behind her for a really cool shot.
Yeah, yeah.
The camera stops. She just keeps on going through the curtains
Oh.
as her that plays, as her music plays.
She walks down the ring. She drops a promo.
They should have done all this in one take. Like camera
absolutely.
follows her all the way to the ring.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh man,
that'd been good.
Yeah,
good.
Anyway, she hits the ring, drops promo, and man. You know you're popular. Number one Discord leader, Cody Miles, was in attendance.
Mm-hmm.
He caught a picture with a friendo outside. I forgot to load it up here.
Top Pop was for Becky, he said.
That's what he said. Top Pop was for Becky, 205 Live. It was live, and the crowd was dead for it. That's what
it was after the show, yeah.
Because it was after the show.
It's a bummer. Someone mentioned this on Twitter or here in chat, I think, earlier, about rumors that Becky's not moving the needle enough in terms of ratings.
Yeah.
But then the same, which I don't know if that's the case. But I saw somewhere else on Twitter, like all her merch sells out.
Oh, does it?
Like the man shirt has sold out like 4 times since it's been released.
Oh my goodness.
And like she's got like 3 items in the top 7 or something like that.
Wow. That's impressive.
Like she sells a ton of merch.
Usually when you do Superstar here on WWE Shop.
Yeah, whoever pops up first.
The people who pop up here. Well, there's Becky right there.
Yeah.
Alexa might be here. Wow, the Undisputed Era is here. Alexa might be here just through sheer force of volume.
Yeah, they release a lot of merch.
I know she's popular. Her merch looks really good, but she has so much of it.
I know.
That's all interesting stuff. Look at Seth's face. Anyways.
Yeah, well, I don't know if any of that's true. I haven't seen the data, but anyways.
I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Who's going to pop ratings? You know what I mean?
I know.
Like, nobody. You got something hot. The people are really behind her. You need to give these things time. Stone Cold wasn't popping ratings in 96.
No. Did you see her on Ridiculousness?
I did not.
I just happened to stumble across.
Yeah, right, man. MTV's a destination location for you.
No. If you stumble across MTV at any given hour of any given day, odds are you're going to land on Ridiculousness. That's the thing. Anyways, my wife is flipping the channels. We've landed on that. They advertised Becky Lynch was going to be on it. She likes Becky. I like Becky.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
Decided to watch it. There's this one segment, because they got these segments on there that are themed. This is a complete tangent. But apparently this one segment was head trauma.
Oh.
Because it was like shots of people on snowboards and hitting their heads against metal rails.
God.
And the guy obviously had a concussion.
Oh, man.
And there was another one where there's this truck rolling by, and there's a guy on a motorcycle. The motorcycle flips over. The truck runs over his head.
Oh, man.
It runs over his head. He had a helmet on. The helmet comes off. It is smushed. And he kind of pops up, woozy, bleeding from the head. And they just roll that on MTV as a comedy thing.
Oh, man.
It is weird.
That is messed up.
The whole thing was like, I don't remember what they named the segment, but it should have been named People Suffering from Head Trauma.
They had a similar show, which wasn't comedy themed, on the Spanish channel. So you know they can get away with a lot more. Like, dude, just watch an episode of Narcos Mexico, and they just get away with all sorts of stuff over there. Or watch Triple Mania for that matter. They had a extreme video show that just ran on the regular Univision, I think.
Yeah.
And oh man, there was a lot of crazy stuff. And it's like they slow-mo it, they put the red circle around like where you're supposed to be watching the worst damage or whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, Becky was on it. She was charming as all get out.
She's the freaking best, man. She is the best. Yeah, I don't buy all that she does, because I saw the same thing. I don't buy all that stuff, man. Like, look, you guys, WWE has effectively made it impossible for anybody to be another Cena. They have made it impossible. That's okay. You've made your company sort of. People go for the. Alex C said this in chat the other day. They've made the brand the destination, and when interesting things are happening, it's so funny how it reflects even in the interest level in our show. because like Raw was actually pretty darn good.
And the numbers reflected that.
Ratings were good. Ratings were up 16%. Usually they're up.
It was up around 2.7 million.
Usually coming off of the holidays, it's up 12%.
Yeah.
Now I know this, things have been especially bad on Raw, so maybe that's not as big a jump as they'd have liked. But 2.7, you can't be sad about that at this point.
No.
And then, the number of people who want to see us talk about that go up. And we've seen that, just in the Raw show.
It seems like WWE has adopted the marketing strategy of the NFL, where the NFL is always about marketing the Shield, the logo.
Yeah, exactly.
And not so much the superstars in the game, as opposed to NBA, who is NBA's marketing is very personality focused on the players.
Yeah.
Whereas MLB, I don't know if they have a national marketing strategy whatsoever. It's such a regional game, though. Like, regional ratings are great. Just nationally, it's not that good.
We've been around for 150 years. Just watch us. Just watch us.
So anyways, Becky comes down the ring, drops a promo. She wants her title back. She's going to get at the Royal Rumble. Asuka comes out, and she says after the Rumble, Becky won't be in Charlotte's shadow. She'll be in Asuka's shadow. Iconics come out and say they're going to be in the Rumble. They're going to win the Rumble. They're also going to be the first tag champions.
Yeah.
And the future is going to be Iconic.
Yeah, I like that stuff. But they're sort of going back to just they get really lazy with the Iconics. So whenever they have the Iconics do anything, they go back to they just have their terrible jokes walking down the ramp.
Yeah.
And I find them endlessly charming, but the material is really bad.
Yeah, the material's not good.
And I totally understand why the crowd just craps and just gives them no response except for like they get up to boo a little bit. That's just not a good spot to be.
No. And then Becky says, all right, which one of you is going to come in here and get beat up by me? Commercial break. They come back. Peyton Royce. This might be, even though the match between Ray and Almost was really good, this might be my favorite part of the whole night. Match starts. Becky extends her hand to shake it. Peyton Royce extends her hand. Instead, Becky punches her in the throat.
That was awesome.
That was so awesome.
That was really good.
That was so really awesome. Good. I kind of wish they just wrapped the match up then. What are these?
These are soft shirts.
They're like mineral. They're like metal inspired. Like go down that Braun one. That's like the Black Sabbath album cover.
These are actually pretty cool, man.
Man, look at Balor's like
that
Slayer.
Demon Balor one. Oh man, look at these.
Oh, Becky one. Oh, and the Elias one straight up like a Johnny Cash homage.
I know, these are cool.
They're comfy too. The Finn one I have is the acid wash and a super comfy shirt.
Oh man.
You're right. Scroll back up.
Oh,
this is just
that NWO. Look at the
Wolfpack one.
Yeah.
Is that Jeff Hardy? Who's that one?
Alexa Bliss and Rhonda.
AC/DC. Rhonda.
Yeah,
that's pretty neat.
That's good stuff.
I like their metal, like metal inspired. That's cool.
They need to have a new metal inspired stuff.
Not really. I don't want to see a Limp Bizkit logo.
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding
Undertaker
me?
shirt? You'd be all over that.
All over it. I don't even like Limp Bizkit, but within the context, I have to make sure people know this. I'm not a fan of Limp Bizkit, but within the context of
which
wrestling,
wrestler would have a corn inspired logo?
Boy, that's a good question. I know there's got to be like an obvious answer. Man, I don't know.
I don't know either.
In chat, think about that one.
Let's get on. We've hit enough tangents already. So I was kind of expecting this match to be pretty quick after Becky punched Peyton Royce in the throat, and they gave it a lot of time. It was a good competitive match, and Peyton Royce had a pretty strong showing. It wasn't a Becky squash match by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. No, I liked it. Plus, Becky was wearing jeans. She's just wrestling jeans.
And her custom Jordans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man.
That was pretty cool.
How much you like that Ms. Shane birthday segment? I kind of liked it.
Oh, that was good.
They were all on the same page. You're expecting it to be like sort of a debacle, but when Shane legitimately geeked out over those Jordans.
Oh, yeah.
And he was all going in. He was like, oh, for perfect performance.
Oh, he's talking about the lacing system where you don't have to tie the shoes. You just you just pull the tab up. Yeah, man.
He was like a little child. It was great.
Twice during the Becky Peyton Royce match, they showed Lacey Evans sipping on some iced tea watching the match.
I mean, yeah. That sideways, she took sideways watching to a whole new level because she was like virtually looking away from it. She's like this
with her cup of iced tea.
Cup of iced tea, yeah.
Good competitive match, nonetheless. Eventually, Peyton Royce taps to the disarm her. Asuka gets in the ring and just starts yelling at Becky. Just yelling at her.
Yeah.
And then starts yelling at Billie Kay.
Yeah.
Challenging her to get in the ring.
Yeah, because she's like, Becky just sort of showed me up a little bit. She had an impromptu match. Asuka wants an impromptu match.
Yeah. And then Iconics try to go up the ramp. Asuka gives chase, brings Billie to the ring. The bell rings. Asuka puts Billy in the disarm her, stares at Becky, who's still hanging out ringside. Billy tries to roll Asuka up. Asuka just counters that with an Asuka lock. Billy taps. It took all about a minute for Billy to tap.
Yeah.
From bell to bell. And then Becky gets in the ring. Her and Asuka have a stare down. And then AJ Styles' music hits.
Again, I think this entire episode should have been in one take.
One shot, yes.
One shot.
It should have been like, what was that Hitchcock movie, Rope? You
Yeah.
ever seen that?
Yeah.
All one take?
I think they.
Well,
I think it was
cut to be one.
It was
like one
8
take.
segments, all.
Yes,
all
10-minute
made
segments.
to
yes.
look like one take.
Yep.
Yeah.
So AJ's music hits, and he walks down ringside, and then just goes up the stands.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
That was weird.
But like, it was kind of in keeping with the, I don't know, the whole vibe of the episode is kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyways, back from commercial. AJ's up on the concourse. There's a whole table of hot dogs and condiments to his left, and behind that is a merch table. So he's dropping a promo to counter what Daniel Bryan said last week, more or less saying, people pay their hard-earned money to come to these shows. They can eat whatever they want. Mm-hmm. Who wants hot dogs?
Yeah. And
everybody's cheering, we want hot dogs. And he goes to the merch table, says, this merch is great. Who wants merch? Starts throwing T-shirts everywhere, handing it out to people, and then out of nowhere, Daniel Bryan, in a hoodie, attacks him.
Yeah, that's standard attire for backstage assault.
So they brawl a little bit, and then AJ dumps him through the hot dog table.
Yeah.
So Daniel Bryan's laying on the ground covered in smashed hot dog and mustard.
Ugh.
Before that, they knocked over the relish container.
A waste of good hot dogs.
A lot of good relish.
You're a relish guy? You're a relish guy, right?
I like relish,
I
yeah.
love relish,
Yeah.
man. Put that on a hot dog.
Do you like relish in your potato salad?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put some
absolutely.
relish, some.
Do you make potato salad? I've never made a potato salad before. I'd like to.
I don't think I have either. My mom makes really good potato salad.
Yeah.
And she puts paprika
I'm
on the top.
pretty sure all moms make really good potato salad.
It's the paprika on the top that really takes it to the next level.
I used to be the taste tester for my mom's potato salad.
Oh,
She'd
yeah?
say, "Here, how does this taste?" And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, I do that too.
magnifique.
And she'd say, does it need more pickle relish in it, yay or nay?
Yeah.
And I'd say, it's fine, more paprika on top.
Oh, yeah.
That's what really kicks it up, man.
That's good stuff.
Next, we talk about this segment a bit. The Usos are doing a Royal Rumble photo shoot. Some PA walks in, gives Jimmy a box.
I really wish they would have kept on taking pictures during this.
I know.
And then when they have, this is an Easter egg, when WWE.com does their photo shoot gallery from Royal Rumble stuff, that's their gallery.
Yeah.
It's looking at the
box. Yeah. So Jay opens it, or reads the note. Inside there's a rose and a note from Mandy. Of course, reveals until the end of the note.
Well, this was an interesting thing. This is a weird twin thing, I wonder. I know they're close. They're twins. They like share the brain or whatever, right? If I got a butt, you and I are close. We're like really, really good
But we're
friends.
not twins.
Right. We're not twins. So this might be the difference. I get a box. It's anniversary time from Lacey.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what she's going to write me. It might be something spicy. Might not be. Am I going to give that to you
No, it's
to
not.
read to me?
That's none of my business, man.
Right.
None of my business.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
What you do, what you talk about with your wife is your business.
Exactly.
I want nothing of it.
Yep, same.
And you want, exactly.
I agree.
So why would you hand over a box with a potentially randy note to your grant? It's his twin, maybe.
Nonetheless, though, that's weird.
I mean, I don't know, man.
But anyways, the note, was said,
Do
hey.
twins compare body parts?
I have no idea, man. I don't know. I don't want to think about that.
Right? It's a little weird, isn't it? Mm-hmm. What does your thing look like? Did you get the shorter end of the stick?
Let's carry on. So anyways, there's a note that says, like, I want to be taken to the Uso Penitentiary.
Well, that's just, yeah. Why? And they're all like, oh, yeah.
And then it's from Mandy.
Yeah.
And inside there's a hotel room key.
I mean, there could have been a picture of like somebody's private areas in that. Oh man, I just saw your wife's, unders.
Not acceptable.
This box is for me, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
This box for me, Oos.
But the funny thing is that after they do it and open it, Jay is looking at Jimmy, who's holding the key, and he goes, "What are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
And Jimmy just goes, "I don't know."
He's,
Look what you do. You toss that key in the garbage can, man.
Yeah. Or you say, I'm gonna go smash. Is that camera rolling? No? Go smash right now. Hey, Oos, help me out on this. How can I turn this into a thing? Into a three-way? 3 Oos. Oos way.
Oh my gosh.
They could have gone any number of places with that. See,
Yeah.
this is why I should be a writer for WWE.
No, you shouldn't be a writer for
Absolutely.
WWE. You'd be a short-lived writer.
Vince, this is what you do.
You'd quit. It'd be like that job you went to the bathroom at the lunch break and never came back.
Oh my God, I know. First day I get reamed by Vince for not having a strong enough handshake.
Yeah.
Your handshake is weak.
And you say, "Excuse me, Vince, I have to go to the bathroom to sneeze."
Yeah.
And you just never go back.
You have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. And then they just start running.
Yeah.
Tackle him.
First flight out of Connecticut.
Oh, man. Before we continue, here's a word from our sponsor, forhims.com. Hey, Larson.
What?
2 out of 3 men start losing their hair by the age of 35. What? Take this line out of here, just like you. That's the rudest thing. I would never say that to you.
Yeah, you would. And if you're noticing a receding hairline or a bald spot, would you rather try odd solutions or worse yet, do nothing or try to turn to medicine and science? With forhims.com, you can get your hands on well-known generic equivalents to brand name prescriptions to help you keep your hair.
Science is the best thing, man.
It is the best.
Anyways, tell me, man, do you need to waste your time sitting around a waiting room just for some awkward doctor's visit, some geek to come see me about my balding head to get some Hims?
No, Hims offers real doctors and medical-grade solutions to deal with your hair loss. Just go to forhims.com, answer a few questions, and a doctor will look over your order and bam, products are shipped directly to your door. Steve, it's that easy.
I don't need some dude just looking at them. Just they take care of it for you.
Yeah.
Right now, Going In Raw listeners can get a trial months of Hims for only $5 while supplies last. Go to forhims.com/GIR. That's forhims.com/GIR. This would cost you hundreds if you went to a pharmacy or the doctor.
Again, we'd like to thank forhims.com for sponsoring today's episode, and you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to forhims.com/GIR.
Yeah, I wonder if the Usos, if they bald in unison, like if they're like, "Hey, look at my bald
I don't
spot."
know how identical is identical.
Yeah, I don't know. Genetically
Because
speaking,
I think there's some environmental factors as well.
yeah, but they're always together, and they have been for a while.
No, I know, but I mean, like, I don't know if there's any science behind it. You watch, like, at baseball players, they wear hats all the time. Like, 75% of them are going bald.
Yeah, sure.
So I don't know if wearing hats a lot makes you more likely to go bald or not. Like, I wore a lot of hats in my life.
I'm sure they have different tastes in foods too. Maybe
Yeah.
nutritionally speaking,
Could be.
there could be some alterations there
Could
as
be.
well.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
We get to do some research into that.
Apparently. Anyways, after that we had Samoa Joe walking around backstage, and we had the mute mime EC3 posing in front of a mirror, being very happy with himself. I don't
Joe
know.
just turns and shakes his head.
Yeah.
I don't know what the point of all that is. Next, we had a Zelina Vega Andrade interview. I wish they'd let him just like. I mean, Zelina's great, but they need to let Andrade talk more too.
Oh, I know.
His intensity is fantastic.
Yeah, I don't care like what his English is like. His intensity's all there. That's all I care about, man. Are you bringing something that's interesting in front of the camera?
Yep.
I don't care if I can't understand it. I get the point.
Yep.
I'm not a low moron or a dullard. Anyways, after that, that low moron Mustafa Ali got destroyed by Samoa Joe. I'm joking. He's not a low. Anybody
he's
gets in
great.
the ring with Samoa Joe, man. Ooh. You might want to rethink that one.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe's terrifying.
So Joe comes to the ring first. Mustafa Ali comes in second. You know, he's posing on the turnbuckle, trying to get the crowd into the match, and Joe just attacks him, pushes him off, beats him up, throws him into the ring post, dong. Thinks he's done. Nah, he goes, punches and headbutts a bunch from Joe, throws Ali in the ring post again, dong. Think he's done.
Yeah.
Nah. Joe teases a powerbomb through the announce table, and then he's like, nah, not worth my time. Just throws in the barricade and walks off.
Lesson to be learned from Mustafa Ali. I know you're new on SmackDown, but you're not going to last long if you're having singles matches with Samoa Joe.
No, this is the underdog story. He's going to beat Samoa Joe.
You think so?
Yeah, everybody beats Samoa Joe.
That's sort of Samoa Joe's thing, isn't it?
Yep.
He's like super tough, but cannot wrestle a lick.
Well, he can. He just can't wrestle to victory.
Oh man,
He's a very adept wrestler.
What a hell of a feud this is going to be.
Oh, it's gonna be
This is
fantastic.
going to be great, man. A couple more matches like these. Well, not like these, like matches where it's actually competitive.
Yes.
This was just sad. After that, we had Sonya Deville, who looked like she was trying to.
Sonya Deville was like all of us.
What's that?
Sonya Deville was everybody else because Mandy was like, yeah, I don't like Naomi, and Sonya Deville was like, all right.
Yeah.
But this whole thing, Sonya Deville was like rolling her eyes at Mandy's
Yeah, she was
half-baked plan
she's
here.
like, what are you doing, man? But then Sonya Deville looked like 007. She looked super cool. She had
I
like
know.
a
Her
nice-
delivery of this whole thing was great,
Oh, she's
especially when
fantastic.
Mandy goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna make Naomi miserable by destroying her marriage." Like Sonya Deville's eyes cannot roll.
I know.
hard
she
enough.
Was like, oh, what are you doing?
It's like even creatively, this is a terrible idea.
yeah, yeah, she's breaking the.
That's what I
fourth
mean.
wall.
She was representing us in that segment,
Yeah,
knowing full well that this whole storyline is terrible.
yeah. She's like
Terrible.
Yeah. Do I want to be your partner anymore? Because you're just this is
This
professionally not a good idea.
Yeah, professionally, morally,
Yeah.
ethically.
Well, that who cares
Not a good
about
idea.
Wrestling. Who cares about that? We're talking about professionally.
All right.
How to get ahead in that business.
Yeah,
And that's not a good way.
that's true.
You know, the other stuff is just gravy on top.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so yeah, she looked like $1 million though.
Next, we had Rey
Rey
Mysterio
Mysterio.
walking backstage, and then Nikki Cross is behind some fence shaking it and said, "You want to play? I want to play." Nikki
They
wants
put
to play.
Nikki Cross in like a kennel.
I couldn't tell if it was a fully self-contained thing or just a hunk of fence.
I think it was the hunk of fence.
It was like they dug through the archives from the Attitude Era interview set.
Hey, we
and got
need
that
a hunk
piece
of fence over here. I think they just found like an appropriate, like a place where they had a hunk of fence backstage.
Maybe.
That'd be weird if they just
And they
brought
their
in.
they have a piece of fence on the truck.
Yeah,
Next, a really good Samoa Joe interview.
he's the best.
He is the best. Where he's saying, this is a warning to anybody else who's in the Royal Rumble. I'm going to destroy you. If you're a champion, consider that a warning because I'm going to win the Rumble and I'm coming after you. Mm-hmm. He's the best. Mm-hmm. Next, early contender for match of the year, Rey Mysterio versus Andrade Almas.
Oh boy, wow! And you know what's great about this? So I think that this. I mean, look, I don't know if this would have happened if the McMahon shakeup wasn't a thing, but they did try to indicate that it was simply because they had like, the reaction to their last two encounters on social media.
There was a big fight feel to it.
And they had like all these tweets going up from all these people saying all these great things about these two. So they really did. Yeah, they did. It's just the thing is, and it's a small silly thing because the match was fantastic. But you do kind of distract your audience when all of a sudden you go really hard on the losing CN Almas name stuff. Like people are more wait, why are they just calling him Andrade? They made it very obvious that they're just referring to him as Andrade at this point, in the midst of building this, big match.
I know.
Which is, I mean, it's such a silly thing because the match is what matters, but those little things kind of matter as well. So yeah, after that we had Rey Mysterio versus Andrade Almas, and oh my gosh,
Yeah, it was
this
really good.
so good.
So they kicked off with some lucha wrestling, and then the match kind of slowed down a bit. So there was, in normal circumstances, you call them rest holds,
Yeah.
headlocks, arm bars, and such. But it was used to
Oh, that's cool. I'm sorry
control
not
the
to
pace.
interrupt
What?
you. Lord Chameleon here in chat says they used his tweet from last week as one of them.
Cool.
That's really neat.
Cool. They use the slower pace to enhance the story of the match, which I actually kind of like, because you go into it expecting, probably 10, 12 minutes, since it's on TV, of fast-paced lucha wrestling. Instead, they give you a little taste, and they slow the pace down and give you little hints of it here and there until it blows up at the end.
Yeah.
It was a pretty well-paced match, and everybody, like all the wrestlers on Twitter, were like singing the praises of this match. Cassius Ohno, Oni Lorcan,
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah, everybody was.
We're congratulating Ray and Andrade.
I gotta
on
say
match.
this too. Commentary was so good. They dropped the entire pretense of Corey is heel or face commentator. They were all just reveling in the match, all three of them, and it was truly like you were just doing like a watch party with them.
Yep.
They were just marking out over all this great stuff.
Yep.
That's how commentary should be for matches like this, which
Yes.
are obviously geared towards the people who are really into it just for the wrestling.
Yes. Business really started to pick up after Ray hits a top rope Hurricane Rana on Almas, sending Almas off the apron onto the floor. And they really made a point of replaying this several times. You can see Almas bounce. Ray follows that up with a top rope seated senton on Almas onto the floor. They get back in the ring.
They had teased the because they made such a big deal about the
Destroyer,
destroyer
they
spot
teased
last
it.
week.
almost reversed it, but Ray did hit it eventually. And Corey Graves put it over like he'd never seen a destroyer before.
Yeah, and he was saying that about a bunch of the moves because honestly, you don't see this stuff a lot.
Yeah.
He said they are doing counters to moves that we haven't even seen before. And I remember that line specifically. I was like, man, that's such a great line right there.
Yeah.
And yeah, he went over the moon. He was like, I don't even know what to call that because last week he referred to it as
he said it's a pile driver.
Yeah.
He said the pile driver.
It's like a variation on a pile driver.
Yeah. It's Canadian destroyer. Almost like last time, caught Ray while trying to do a 619. Puts him up on his shoulder in like fireman's carry position. Ray responds with a crucifix bomb. Yeah. And almost like sold the heck out of it. He just threw his back to the mat.
My
like
gosh.
the stiffest back bump. Eventually, though, Ray does hit a 619. He starts to go to the top rope. Zelina Vega gets on the apron, distracts the ref, and Ray momentarily allowing Almas to get up, knock Ray off the top rope. He hits a draping hammerlock DDT for the win.
I love it. Oh, man, I love it. That's so great. A draping hammer. Oh, that looked great.
That's how he defeated Gargano. That's how he defeated Drew McIntyre, man.
Oh,
if he really wants to put someone away, that's what he does.
And I like they're going with, I mean, I know it could be all hype, but this whole thread of, it's going to be Almas's 2019. They've been pushing that really hard. I hope they continue to push that. He's fantastic.
He's so good.
He's really good.
He's so good.
I was kind of bummed out. I was hoping that I would love for this to be for the U.S. title at some point,
Yeah, hopefully after the Rumble they revisit this. Next, the Jimmy Uso segment at the hotel room. We've been over that plenty.
Yeah.
So photographer runs in, snaps some pictures of Jimmy, runs off. Jimmy's like, hey, we can't do this. You can't do this. And she says, I don't even want to do this. I'm just here to stick it to your wife. And he's like, my wife, huh?
At that point, he was like, dang it. Could have made it happen, but I didn't.
He walks out of the hotel room. Naomi comes in. They brawl.
Man, and they do like a cutaway of Mandy. She's like,
I know.
And then and it's a pretty decent brawl.
Yeah, the finisher was Mandy throwing Naomi over a chair
and then freaking out about just how much she brutalized Naomi.
That was the finish.
She goes running off. Yeah, that was the finish.
That was the finish. Naomi's great.
Oh, she's terrific. After that, we had the Bestie Birthday Bash with Miz and Shane, and this is really cute. I really like Shane. This is the perfect role for Shane. This is like totally palatable Shane.
He's not the focus of the A story.
Right.
I mean, he's just kind of being good guy Shane.
I loved he had like some little very believable motivation even here.
Yeah.
He was saying when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a tag team champion.
His first partner was Andre the Giant. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I thought it was very sweet. The crowd was pretty much into it. Miz got him some what are they, 33s? Is that what they were?
Yeah, Jordan 33s, yeah.
And it's what, self-lacing technology?
Well, it's not self-lacing. There's a little tab you pull and it'll lace. It'll tighten itself.
All right.
They do have self-lacing basketball shoes. Apparently, there's an app on your phone. You put your foot in and you do a thing on the app and it laces itself.
That is doing
like the Back to the Future shoes.
Too much.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, as a gimmick, it's cool. But
yeah, especially when they cost $350.
Really going to wear that every day.
For some self-lacing basketball shoes.
That's very silly.
They did a commercial for it, though, and it's pretty cool to see the players react to it. They're like, whoa.
Oh, yeah?
Is this real?
I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Cool.
De'Aaron Fox is in it.
Oh, nice.
His reaction's great.
I got to get one of his jerseys, man. I got to support the local team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go Pats. Then we have...
Then Miz says, here's another part of your birthday present. And he rolls a video package highlighting Shane's career, their storyline. And that's when, after that, Shane revealed that, he always wanted to be a tag champ. He wanted Andre to be his partner. Miz starts singing Happy Birthday despite Shane's reservations.
Well, he gets the crowd to sing Happy Birthday. Yeah.
And then they're interrupted by Thebar. They start talking trash. Even they got some great-looking tracksuits. Man,
their
those things were incredible.
Are really nice.
And Shane says, well, in the last week, you guys, beat up Miz. I don't like that. Miz, for my birthday, I want you to take on Sheamus. That's what he wanted for his birthday. And so that match happened. Miz, with his slacks, though he did have his wrestling shoes on, taking on Sheamus.
Shane did have one botch. I forgot. It was the when he said, this Sunday at the Royal Rumble, I want to walk in there.
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks away. Because I was like, oh, man, I forgot to tell Lacey we're doing this. But
no, he was wrong.
Yeah.
Not you. He was wrong. Good. This was a fun match. They had the cake tables that were in the ring for the party situated ringside, and early on there was a spot where it looked like Miz would get knocked off the apron real close to the table, because on that table there's also the World Cup trophy, which of course Miz and Shane prize immensely, but he didn't fall into it. However, at one point Cesaro gets on the apron, Sheamus distracts the ref, Cesaro hits the Miz, Shane gets up on the apron, pulls Cesaro off, and puts him through one of the cake tables.
Yes.
So Cesaro's laid up with all sorts of cake. Sheamus is distracted by that. Miz rolls him up for the win. Sheamus attacks the Miz right afterwards. Shane gets in there, makes a save. Miz hits skull-crushing finale. Shane goes for coast to coast. Miz has an idea. He grabs the top layer of the sheet cake, holds it in front of Sheamus's face. Shane hits coast to coast with some cake in the face of Sheamus. Like Shane might have hurt his back or something.
He sold that. Yeah, he
it
immediately
wasn't looking like a sell. That looked legit.
Yeah, he immediately was like, "Oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
That's a tough move. That's again too much." But people love that move.
Oh, I know. He's got to do it, I guess.
Right. So yeah, Miz and Shane stand tall. I don't know. Are you waffling at all on your Rumble prediction? I figured that Shane and Miz would sort of implode. Like they'd come up against tough odds, but I don't know, man. They might roll with them as champions just until Mania.
Could be.
And that's the Miz and Shane versus Thebar. You get all four of those guys into a match together for the rematch at Mania. That could be too.
Could be good.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Get another team in there. Get the New Day in there.
Yeah, I don't want to see Miz and Shane feud.
Me neither. I like them.
I don't think it's necessary.
I think they're fantastic.
I do too. We got some mail, right,
I don't
Steve?
want any tension or drama.
No.
Whoa, what is this?
What?
Pro Wrestling Tees, your design submission has been approved. What design is that? Did you submit something?
No. Did you do the Rawgate one?
The what?
Rawgate.
Why would I have done that? I'm firmly anti-Raw or pro-Rawgate.
Oh, maybe someone else did then. Here, hand me the box over there. We got some mail.
You and I are going to have a talk, dude. Here you go.
I mean, we got a new shirt design. Hopefully, people will be into it.
I don't remember discussing. We always discuss shirt designs.
Well, not always.
Well, I mean, that's always been a thing that we do.
Always been that way. You should check to see what design it is. Make sure someone hasn't hacked into our stuff.
Let's see if it's... It doesn't let me, unless it's on our store already. Who's that from?
Oh, yeah. This is from Dalton.
Dalton. What the hell is this?
Oh, wow. That's cool. You got an NWO, Kevin Nash.
Oh, that's sick.
Beer cozy.
Oh, it's a Kevin Nash beer cozy.
This looks like letter. Steve, please. Oh, look at that. That's cool.
How did this get on our shop?
I don't know.
Rawgate Kills?
Oh, wow. You got
Whoa, look at
a
that.
Jake Roberts autograph.
Nice.
8x10.
Dear Stephen Larson, this is Dalton Scott Ham, and it's my second time sending you mail. I wanted to say thank you guys for helping me get through 2018 with my sanity intact. Thank you for everything you guys do and making... Oh, whoa, look at that.
A giant Mankind figure.
And making my week a little easier. I included in this an NWO Wolfpack Kevin Nash coaster, a Mankind figurine, and an autograph from Jake the Snake Roberts.
That's so cool.
Hope you guys like them. Just consider this my holiday gifts to two of the best people in the pro wrestling fandom. Too sweet and a hearty Christmas hug. Well, thank you very
so
much, Dalton. That's very nice of you.
That's so cool. Jake Roberts.
How do I get this crap off our shop? Rawgate Kills. What is your...
I didn't do it.
Well, at least cop to it.
Kevin Nash.
Let's answer some questions now.
Yeah. Kevin Jenkins says Vince will want a Mandy Naomi payoff lingerie pillow fight. I hope not. Though this is somewhat reminiscent.
So
of
he will definitely want that
of the ruthless aggression.
But they
era.
have to say no.
Someone's got to tell him no. Triple H's got to tell him no.
Doing that.
BreakingControllers.com saw someone on Friendoverse mention hoping you guys would drop a 3 Many ice cream shirt. Still holding out hope. And also Andrade Ray, he says Jesus,
Ethan. Let's see here. Cody Miles says, as part of the authority, I would like to bring a vote to stop unnecessarily shortening superstars' names. All in favor? Yay.
Yay.
Nays? No nays.
None registered.
No nays.
Silk, time travel question. Which would have the bigger effect on the business if it doesn't happen? Montreal Screwjob or Shivani giving away Mankind's win? Montreal Screwjob doesn't happen. So much on WWE, I don't know if it ever happens. Like with the Mr. McMahon character. Have the weight it did without evidence that it screwed.
The impetus?
Without having evidence
Catalyst?
that he actively screwed one of his own wrestlers.
Montreal Screwjob. Yeah, that's the bigger effect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the bigger. But 500,000 people tuning in to WWE.
Oh, I know.
They would have tuned in anyways eventually.
Probably. I saw that finger poke of doom. I was like, what is this garbage?
Jimmy Thomas, there's a giant flock of geese in the park behind my house. How should I handle it? Should I move away? Yeah, just move.
Move your house? Move
Well,
the house.
I would just leave the house. They want the house. Just leave, Jimmy Thomas.
Like run out into the field and scare them off.
That's terrifying. That's like what Mustafa Ali tried to do with Samoa Joe. Look what happened to him.
But it'll eventually all work out for him. Jordan Cool. Book Velveteen Dream winning the Rumble to Backlash, whatever the After Mania pay-per-view is. So Velveteen Dream wins the Rumble.
Okay.
I'd assume someone would... I don't know. So he wins the Rumble. NXT call-up, wins the Rumble.
Yeah.
He's going to face Brock Lesnar at Mania.
Oh, wow. Brock dismantles him because he probably would. And then Velveteen is sent to NXT UK, where he then becomes a faction with Liverpool's number one.
All right. Steve is undisputed. Usos name change confirmed. Super Smash Brothers.
All right, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It's pretty good. Good job, Steve is undisputed.
What are you going to do? You can go smash.
Try to drink water, man. Come on.
Sorry. Oh, man.
My mustache.
He's
now.
like, do you have a cable man outfit I can put on? I'm going to go fix her cable.
You can go to a hotel room and fix the cable? Going to Smash.
Go change your sheets. And then smash. Oh, it's so dumb.
It is.
It's so dumb.
Fiend Kicks, what would have been a better payoff? What happened last night, or if Jay took Jimmy's place, did the deed, then admitted it was Jay and thanked her?
And thanked her. Oh, that's awful.
Oh,
that's
terrible.
so awful. That would have totally happened in the Attitude Era.
Yep.
That's what it would have been like. We would have cut to them in bed afterwards.
Uh-huh.
The stench of sex in the air.
Yeah.
And he says,
And somehow he kept his tattoo covered up the whole time.
right, yeah,
And then she's like,
yeah.
I didn't know you had the cross on your arm. I thought that was Jay. And he
Yeah.
says, I am Jay.
I am Jay. I smashed. Then he leaves. And then you see his butt, because that's what happens. Didn't we see a butt? Didn't we see like
Booker T.
Booker T's butt, right? He's getting back in the ring soon. Let's see here. Samuel Deveson. Are there any ex-WWE guys you think could pull off a Mysterio-like return and fill a similar role, putting young talent over? They're doing a really good job, like, of him putting young guys over, and at the same time, he's still going to go over in the end here.
Yeah.
He's still a big, big deal.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of ex-WWE guys anyways these days.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Like, Ray's longevity is abnormal.
Yeah.
It is bizarre.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, how much of an age difference is there between him and Kurt Angle?
Probably about 10 years.
You think it's 10 years?
Yeah, maybe not that much. Because Ray started super young. He was in his early 20s when he was in WCW. He's what, 45, 47, something like that?
So Kurt
maybe 5 years.
Angle is
52, right?
He's 50.
Oh, he's 50.
He's
Okay.
50.
I think
Ray-
Ray's mid-40s.
That sounds right. Ray is 5 years. Yeah, it's a 5-year difference.
5-year difference. Okay.
Or 6-year difference, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who could
I mean,
who
there's
could
dude
fill that role.
That sort of longevity is so abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who at 44 can be doing what Ray's doing
I know.
right now? You know?
I know. Jason Dwyer, in kayfabe, Samoa Joe trying to sell a mortgage at a good rate and the customer not listening.
Oh, I don't really do a Samoa Joe accent.
I don't either.
I just imagine there's no talking. If he's not listening, he just gets a coquina clutch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe. Every second he's in the clutch, the rate goes up.
That's in the contract.
Tommy Cat just says hi. Hello, Tommy Cat.
Hi, friend. Blah, 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 blah. Jurgen Johnson & Johnson's. Is AEW going to be the best thing to happen at WWE in the sense that it's going to force them to loosen the grip on talent in the ring in order to put on better matches? Hey, there was a dude in the crowd with an AEW shirt.
Yeah.
He says, also, will it change creative too, or will that always stink regardless? I don't think creative really stinks. I think that there are periods when it's not great. There are periods when it's not even good. I do think I do think it'll help though. I think that we've seen WWE get a bit reactionary when there's a threat, and they'll do cool things to be like, oh no, look, we can still be cool. We just don't like to be. So hopefully it will. Hopefully it'll be prolonged, better creative.
Yes.
Mr. Lipkin Prime, with Andrade Cien almost being the most recent victim of main roster shortening of names. How long do you think until Lars Sullivan is just Lars?
Well, he's got to show up first.
Yeah, he's got to be there first. That's a great name though.
He might be working under a different name if he doesn't show up to work.
I know, Dylan Miley. Isn't that his real name?
I think so. Alex C, do you think Almas will make the final four of the Rumble?
Boy, I don't know.
That's gonna be one of our prop bets for the final four.
I know.
Seth, since he's winning, he's one of them.
Seth is in there. Yeah, Seth is there.
Maybe Dean.
Yeah, maybe Dean.
I'd be surprised if Seth and Dean were the last two.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if they're going to roll with that image of them being the last two.
I think it'd be more effective if he got one guy from Raw, one from SmackDown.
Yeah. Seth and Almas would be a good last two.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good last two. Maybe Nakamura.
He's taking
he's got a match.
He's taking on Rusev.
He's got a match. That's right. Yeah.
Let's see who else from SmackDown, because AJ's not in the match.
Orton's always going to be in the last four.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a given.
Kyle, hey, friendos, first-time patron, long-time fan. Do you guys think when SmackDown goes to Fox, we'll get more matches like Andrade versus Mysterio, rather than segments like the hotel room scene / main event segment? If so, I can see why Vince is getting this type of stuff out of his system now. I'm not going to be able to do it.
Well, if the reports that Fox wants to focus more on the athletic aspect of wrestling, then yeah, the hotel room scene would.
They'll kick that over to Raw.
Yeah, but you know the birthday party stuff. It was kind of an important storyline, and it led to a match. So I wonder if that stuff will kind of stick around in some form.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of a difference. I think they're going to step up their game creatively a bit, make more things feel like big matches, but the goofiness is always going to be a part of WWE. I don't think that. And I mean, come on, how often do we really get segments like this? You know?
Yeah, I know.
It's not that often.
No, it's not that often.
So it's one They're always going to be. That's one of their selling points is the goofiness, whether we like it or not. I guarantee you. I bet it probably played well on YouTube.
Oh yeah, yeah, it probably did. The Cult of False Realities is Mustafa Ali's Samoa Joe feud going to be better than the feud with AJ? Also, does it matter that no title is involved? No, it doesn't matter about titles. I don't know if Joe will be able to make it as personal with Mustafa Ali as he did with AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it can't be good though. I think it'll just be different. And we'll see how it plays out before the Rumble, and especially heading into the Rumble. I like how they're laying storylines for the Rumble match itself.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it'll simply be different because like the role of Mustafa Ali versus the role of AJ Styles are just completely different. I mean, you can ask yourself, well, am I going to enjoy it more? I think the matches are going to be super good. I think Mustafa Ali, he sells so well as an underdog.
Yeah,
like he sells like crazy. So I don't know. It might be more enjoyable than AJ one.
No one takes a shot to the ring post like Mustafa Ali.
But then, you had that great Samoa Joe children's book, so that was great too.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so here, look at this. So look at this. All right, just for comparison, the other video clips on WWE's YouTube from SmackDown: Asuka versus Billie Kay, 216,000; Becky Lynch versus Peyton Royce, 310; Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali, 255. Jimmy Uso gets the key to Mandy Rose's hotel room, 281. So just him getting the key is more than half these matches. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade, 295. So that's in the vicinity of him getting the key. Mandy Rose welcomes Jimmy Uso to her hotel room, 1.1 million. That's why they do it. That's what they probably have a mandate of some sort.
Maybe
YouTube's important. Viral crap is important.
You need an online video of this episode. It's going to draw 1 million views.
And salaciousness will do that.
Yep. All right, you want to do trivia?
Yeah, let's do some trivia.
All right, this is your topic. First 10 successful Money in the Bank cash-ins. This could be a fun one.
Oh, hold on a second. One more question. I'm sorry, because some of these people haven't had one yet. I'm sorry. You already answered. The Cult of False Realities.
Yeah, I got one from him.
Okay, this is a good one, though. So should Charlie, Dasha, or Kayla replace Byron Saxton on commentary? If it was anybody, it was Charlie. I think Charlie's really good.
Yeah, I think Charlie. Yeah, Charlie
I
is
just
really
don't
good.
know if she'd be good. Commentary is such a specific thing.
It is.
You know?
It is.
So you need some training.
God. No, give it to me. I don't care how hard it is.
All right.
Do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
All right.
10 highest grossing WWE Studios films.
Oh, that's awesome.
At the U.S. box office.
Awesome.
You're not even going to know what the number one is. If this is, I don't know if this is in order of, like, you know, how much they've made.
You said at the box office?
Oh, it probably is. Yeah.
The Marine.
That's on there. Yep. It's number.
You don't hold
3.
up a digit.
Sorry.
I do. See No Evil.
Very good.
Marine 2.
There are no more Marines.
Okay. Then now you put up a finger. What's that one called? 8 rounds? The Randy Orton one?
Close enough. 12 rounds.
12 rounds.
It's 12 rounds.
Okay. Oh, what was that one with Colin Farrell in it? They co-produced. Oh, what was that one with Halle Berry? Is that on there?
That's number 1.
Last Call?
The Call. Very
Call.
good.
All
Very
right.
good.
Man, I feel like I've done way better than I should have.
I don't know what this next one is, though. Oh, okay. No, I think the one with Colin Farrell, I think that was Dead Man Down.
Well, I didn't say the name.
Dude, the fact that you said the Colin Farrell movie, that's good enough.
The one with Wade Barrett in it?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm going to see if that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, you get that one.
All right.
You get that
Being
one.
way too generous.
Don't be silly.
So I got 4 more guesses?
Yes.
Dang.
Okay. I'll give you some hints. Let's see if you remember any of these.
What is it? Was the Condemned WWE film production?
Yeah, that's on there.
Oh, they did. They were. I think when they were producing Scorpion King, weren't they?
That is not on here.
Oh, okay. Well, now you can put another finger up.
Okay.
So let's get 2 more guesses. Is the one with Dolph Ziggler on there?
What was that one called?
Countdown.
No, that's not on there.
All right, Drat. I think that was straight to video, anyways. I feel like there's another franchise they started. I can't remember.
There are no more franchises.
Oh, okay.
On here.
What was that one? Is any of the Rock's movies on there?
No, and in fact, so there's 3 more.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get them. I'm actually like happy I got 6.
1, 2. Oh, there's 4 more. No, you're right. There's 4 more. So the only one that you might have, you remember there was like a small town football one, I think, called Legendary. I think Cena was in it.
Oh, I didn't know they had anything to do with that. Is that the one that Mick G directed?
Maybe.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Was Cena in that one? Yeah, Cena. Remember this one here?
Oh, then it's not the one I'm thinking of.
Director Mel Damsky.
No, I was thinking Mick G did a football movie.
What else did this guy direct?
No, I don't remember Legendary at all.
Oh, he's directed some episodes of MASH. That
Oh.
was super old. Okay, there was also, I've never even heard, I don't know what this one is. The Day. What is The Day?
It's not even showing up.
Movie.
Still not showing up.
I don't know what
Just
this...
look at The Day movie. Oh.
Oh, I kind of remember
Yeah.
that. And then there's one called No One Lives. Let's see this one here. Yeah, they got into a couple horror ones. And then the other one is, I didn't know that this was a WWE Studios film, Oculus. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That was a WWE Studios film, apparently. So,
Interesting.
But well done. I mean, you know.
All right, first 10 successful Money in the Bank cash-ins.
Oh, okay. Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Edge. Dolph Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's funny. I know the ones that I haven't. Let's see here. When did Money in the Bank start? 2005, 2015. Alberto Del Rio?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Oh, Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask this? Is there anybody on there twice?
No.
Okay, all right. Let's see here. Who am I missing?
You're missing.
RVD.
Yes. You're missing somebody who cashed it in the night they won it.
Oh, Dean Ambrose.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm at 7. I'm happy with that. Who else?
Jack Swagger.
Oh, okay.
Kane cashed it in the night he won it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kane.
And then The Miz.
Oh yeah, Miz. Duh. It sucks. All right. Well, I should have got 8 because I should have got that Miz one. Anyways, thanks so much everybody for tuning in, patrons. We've got a
Overrun
chat trivia overrun coming up in just a moment. You can win for $5. You can win a drawing from either me or Larson if you can beat chat trivia.
Yes. Well, win chat trivia.
Win chat trivia.
Win chat
beat
trivia.
everybody else at chat trivia. Here we go. There's some. Come on. This computer. There we go.
Music. Do music.
Killing my soul. Here we go. There's some music for you. Anyways, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Check us out on the Patreon at patreon.com/Stephen Larson. Until next time, talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Stephen Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.